What's going on YouTube? It's a new week. It's a Monday morning here at my warehouse, and I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update of like what I've been up to over the past couple months. I've been making videos and you guys see me go out sourcing, and then I kind of like give you some information, but I don't really give you like details in full as to what I'm doing here and like what I've been up to. So I just kind of want to give you guys an update on where my business is at and the way things have been going for me over the past few months, and tell you like the different streams of revenue I have going on right now. Maybe give you guys some ideas to try something a little bit different. So for the longest time, I've had this business for about 10 years. So for about 10 years, eBay has been my primary source of income. But lately I've kind of diversified. A couple years ago, I got into Amazon. I have a couple private label products over there. We're making a little bit of money, but there's a lot of money in fees, a lot more than eBay. And then there's like, when you're doing private labeling, which means you're in a really quick explanation, I'm buying stuff from China, we're getting it sent over here, and then you put your brand name on it, or we put our brand name on it, and then we market it and sell it on Amazon. Most of the products you buy on Amazon are from people like me. We put our own like labeling or branding on it, and then we make the eBay listing, we make the Amazon listing, we add the photos, or we get professional photography done. So it's kind of like a really big deal, to make one listing over there. It's like a month's worth of work. You have to do all this keyword research, so it's really involved. So that's what I got going on over there. And as of right now, we're only selling about $1,500 a month, and only which $300 or $400 of that is probably profit. But we do have a couple more products that we're planning to launch soon. It's really crazy. Like when you launch a new product, you're lucky if you're breaking even for a while, and you basically have to get rank, and you almost have to pay out of pocket to achieve this rank and get a good product that you guys are going to see on page one. And that's the way Amazon works. It's a whole different monster. I might make some videos about that in the future, but right now I feel like I'm kind of new to it myself, so I'm just getting started. So I'm not sure if I have enough knowledge to actually share with you guys, and I'm more interested in the reselling secondhand goods side of things like eBay and what I'm about to tell you about next. Obviously you guys know I'm an eBay seller, but what I've been doing lately, and the biggest change in my business, is I've been doing online auctions. And I know you guys have seen in the videos in the past that I've made where I've done these online auctions, but I was working under someone else's business license, auction business license, and I probably mentioned that in those previous past videos when I did the online auctions, that I was giving that person a 20% cut. So I did about 5 or 6 auctions under him, under his business license, and I started, I'm paying him 20% fees, and the best one I ever had was like over $7,000. So on a $7,000 auction, paying him 20% fees, I'm giving him $1,400, which leaves me with a $5,600 check instead of a $7,000 check. But get this, if any of you guys have ever been to an auction, you know that there's a thing called a buyer's premium. So what I found out after I did a few auctions is if I get my own auction business license and get all the paperwork done so I can be official, I can sell under my business name on the same platform, the same website that all these different local estate sale companies are using to run these online auctions. I just had to get my credentials and paperwork lined up so I could get on the platform that I was already using under his auction business license. And now I've run 2 auctions, and they've gone really well. The first one I did, that was my own stuff. It was like $5,500 or something, but plus the buyer's premium. So I got another 16%, 13 to 16% on top of that. If they pay cash, they get 13% buyer's premium. If they pay credit or debit or PayPal, it's the 16% because they're basically paying the PayPal fee for us. But yeah, it's been working out really good, and it's kind of expanded everything I do here because as I source, I don't have to be so selective, and I can take a lot more stuff in at one time because as I'm processing all this stuff, I'm like, it goes in one of 2 piles. It's like, this goes on eBay, this goes to an auction, this goes on eBay. So it just makes it so much better for me, and with any luck, I'm hoping to like double my revenue. And it's working out really well. And I just ran an auction at the end of February, and then I had one in the middle of March, so about 2.5 weeks later. So today is April 17th and the auction is starting today. And as of right now, like it started at 5 o'clock this morning, and right now it's like 8:30 in the morning, and it's already got $425 worth of bids. Everything starts at $5, so no matter what I put on there, it starts at $5. But it's cool because like if I'm at an auction, there might be a box of action figures, right? Or let's say a box of like 10 Barbies. So 2 of the Barbies might be really good. Like I sold a Barbie the other day on eBay. It was like the Birds Alfred Hitchcock movie Barbie. It sold for $130. So I might buy a whole box of Barbies because I see this $130 Barbie in the mix. But those other like 9 Barbies might be selling for $15 plus shipping, $20 plus shipping, or $25 free shipping. You know how it goes when you're selling stuff like that. Some of it's not worth that much. So what I'm doing with those smaller items that aren't worth as much is I'm just taking those and putting them in the online auction. And those Barbies might sell for $8, they might sell for $10, but there again, I get another buyer's premium on top of it. It's just working out great. And the icing on the cake is I have a friend of mine who has a lot of drive and passion, and he's a very hard worker. He reminds me a lot of myself. He doesn't want to deal with like shipping items out, because after this last sale I had to ship 12 orders out to different people. And this guy, he doesn't want to deal with that. He just wants to move inventory. So now this guy is selling under my auction business number, and I'm getting 20% of his sales. But just to give you guys an example, if I run an auction over at his place, and that's what's cool about it, I basically gave him my login information. I set up an auction for him, and he does all the legwork. He takes the pictures, he does the description on my account, so it's my auction essentially. And then whenever the auction's over, I just go over to his place for one day, because we have a pickup from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So I sit over there for one day, and I just make sure people paid, collect the money. Then I cut him a check a week later. So to give you guys a quick example, if he runs a $5,000 auction, I'm getting the 16% buyer's premium and 20% from him. So on that $5,000 auction, I'm getting $1,000 of the sales from him, and I'm giving him a $4,000 check. And then on top of that, I'm getting a 16% buyer's premium. So what's that? 16% of $5,800. So I'm getting the $1,000 and the $800. So if he has a $5,000 auction, which is very feasible, the one we just did for him the other day, which was basically his first one with me, he did $3,300, but it was a really small auction and really small stuff. So now he's like amped up because he couldn't believe that he got that much money out of it. So he's really, we're probably gonna get closer to that $5,000 mark. So on a $5,000 auction, when I get the buyer's premium, plus the cut from him, $1,800 in my pocket for just sitting at his house for a day. And you know, I have to talk to him a lot. It does take a little bit of time out of my schedule because we had kind of have this working relationship where, you know, he's going to ask me questions. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but basically, I know he's working under my auction business license, and he's doing all the legwork, and I'm reaping a lot of the benefits for that. So that's worked out great. So I've basically switched my business around like a lot in the past 4 months. This is all changed. This is all new to me. Like I said, I've only run 2 auctions in the past, like I haven't even made it 30 days yet, you know. So this is really cool. I'm putting a lot of time and effort into this, but it's cool because I've also streamlined my eBay business in a way that has worked out great for me. And that's what I wanted to work on this year, was like change processes. And I think I've done a great job, you know, like I had that mindset, but I've really executed it well. So I'm glad everything's working out. But I want to tell you guys what I've changed with the eBay business. I was doing a lot of things primarily myself. My mom recently retired, so I wanted to have her come in and help me. I thought it would be great to have a helper, and she's listed stuff for me in the past, so I already knew she had a little bit of eBay experience, so it was great that I could help her out and have her come in. So at first what I was doing is putting out like 30 items at a time, and I would have my mom do the photography, take pictures of the 30 items, and then I pay her $80 to do 30 items, which would usually take her like 3 or 4 hours, maybe 5, you know, but she would take a lot of breaks and stuff, which I don't care, you know, she's my mom. I always just told her to do her thing, and she does a great job. She really does. She's a hard worker, and she's very like detail oriented, so it's great to have her help me out. So it was working out great, but like sometimes she wouldn't be able to come in if she had a doctor's appointment or something like that. So then I'd have all the items ready, and they would just sit there, and things weren't moving at, you know, things weren't moving at the pace that I would have really liked at the time. So what I switched it up to now is I do all the photography, and then my mom, I send her photo folders. Basically, if you create a folder within your phone, or at least with an iPhone, you can add like 500 pictures, 300 pictures, whatever the folder is, and then you can share the entire folder. So I'll click share folder, send it to my mom via text, and she'll get like 300 pictures at a time. But I'm still doing 30 packs for her. I'll take pictures of 30 items, send that photo folder over to her, and to create those listings is, $80. So if I send her 3 photo packs a week, and then that's 90 items. If she can get those 90 items listed, she'll make an extra $240 on top of, like, she already gets like Social Security and things of that nature, like her other income streams. And she's actually working another job. She would probably be making more money with me, but it's cool that she herself has multiple streams of income, because today in 2023, I feel like no matter what you do, you have to have multiple streams of income. You cannot have all your eggs in one basket. That's a very scary situation. And even if you work a day job, that's probably why you're watching this video, because you're trying to create a second stream of income. And trust me, that's the best thing you can do for yourself. And if you're just starting out, like, just stick with it and hammer it out. And just look at people like me and say, if they can do it, I can do it. Because that's what I told myself. And like, look where I am today. It's taken 10 years of hard work and diligent hard work, pounding the pavement, and like reinvesting almost everything, keeping my lifestyle in a way where my expenses are low. Both my vehicles are paid off. Like, I don't have a car payment, and I've always tried to do things like that to help myself out, so I can like help, reinvest as much money as I can into like bettering my own situation. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I'm going to launch a new Amazon product in the next couple months. I'm about to order it today. It'll take about 6 weeks to get here. So I'm going to get the ball rolling on that. I got my auction screen right here. I got the auction starting today. And then that guy that I was telling you about that's doing auctions under me, today's the 17th of April. His auction starts on May 1st, so we got another one starting May 1st. And the cool thing about that is, if I want to throw some stuff in his auction, I can do that. Like, I can add a few listings at the end, say 50 lots, and then I can throw like some smaller items I have, maybe some jewelry or knives, and then all I do is take a tote over to his house. So when everybody's picking up his items, if they bought a few of my things, I pull them out of my tote and hand them their stuff too. So we got that auction in 2 weeks. And then right after that, May 15th, we have another auction. So I'm basically stacking them up almost every 2 weeks. And I'm going to keep doing that. It'll basically be like that other guy's auction, my auction. So I'm basically running about one a month. The one we have running today is 500 lots. 280 of the lots are mine. And that other guy added 220 lots. So it's cool. I'm going to sell a lot of my own stuff, get a lot of revenue from that. And then during the same auction, I'm selling a lot of his stuff and getting a lot of revenue from that. And when he pops in the back end of my auctions, it works out great for him, because he brings all the inventory to me. I put it on the shelves, and then I just have the people come here to my warehouse for the pickup. I'll pull his items and my items at the same time. I put them on my shelves in chronological order, so everything's easy to find. And I put like tape on each shelf that says what lot numbers are on each shelf. So it's easy to locate the items when the people come to pick them up. And I recommend doing a similar inventory system to that if you're going to work from home or the garage or get a warehouse like this. Label your shelves, give your shelf a number. There's a custom SKU on eBay. When you're making a listing, use that custom SKU, write what shelf number your item's on, or if you're using a tote system, write what tote number it's in. That way you're always able to find an item when it sells. But I feel like I shared enough information for today. I feel like I've updated you guys on where I'm at, and I still love like going to yard sales, auctions, estate sales. That's where my passion's at. I wish I could do that every single day of the week, but then I would just be a hoarder basically. So you gotta kind of like take a step back. Like, I bought so much over the past few weeks. I bought a $4,500 knife collection, only 37 knives. Oh my God. I sold one of the knives. I'll pop up the screenshot right here. Look at this. $3,850 for one knife. And then I sold another knife from that same collection for almost $1,000. Check this out. boom, another $1,000 knife. So that's working out great. I still got like 36 to sell. Two of them are worth over $1,000 each. I got two other ones listed for over 500, and then the rest are like, most of them are like 100 to $500 each. So I'm gonna make a ton of money on that. So yeah, everything's going good for me. But this is all a product of my hard work and diligence and never quit. And this video is getting very long, so I'm gonna stop babbling. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.